All right, let's talk real estate. Specifically, the giant in the room, the National Association of Realtors. 2025 was supposed to be their big comeback here, right?
Oh, absolutely. After that massive $418 million settlement in 24, the plan was simple. Reclaim the narrative, win back trust. A total reset.
But it wasn't exactly smooth sailing, was it?
Not even close. Instead of a victory lap, they spent the year putting out fires. It really became a question of, is NAR still worth it for a lot of agents?
The biggest fire? The lawsuits. It felt like every other week there was a new legal challenge to the mandatory membership rules.
Right, the infamous three-way agreement. Basically, to get into the MLS, you had to join the local, state, and national associations. It's a package deal.
And agents started saying, hey, that feels like a cartel.
Exactly. We saw suits in Louisiana, Georgia, California, all arguing that NAR was unjustly enriching itself by forcing people to join just to do their jobs.
And it wasn't just individual agents suing. The MLSs themselves started going rogue.
That was the shocker for me. You had the Unlock MLS in Austin just flat out say, you don't need to be a realtor to subscribe anymore.
That is huge. And then California Regional and North Star in Minnesota rejected NAR's new delayed marketing policy.
Yeah, they basically said, this policy is ineffective, it's complicated, and we're not doing it. That is open rebellion.
You can't talk about rebellion without mentioning Robert Rufkin at Compass. He went to war over the clear cooperation policy.
Oh, he didn't hold back. He told his agents that AAR isn't the government and shouldn't interfere with client relationships.
It wasn't just him, though. Hobie Hanna from Howard Hanna Real Estate was vocal too. He basically said AAR needs to stay out of the MLS business entirely.
When you have the heads of the biggest brokerages saying back off, you know you have a problem.
So the resistance actually got organized. Have you heard of the Pro Agent Restore Trust Group?
Sounds like a superhero team, but it's actually 15 CEOs of major brokerages.
And they went behind the scenes to tell NAR, look, we need accountability on spending and governance.
Yeah, Dan Duffy from United Real Estate is the spokesperson. Their message was clear. NAR has to remake itself or else. They weren't trying to destroy it, but they definitely wanted to fix it.
But there is a group that's positioning itself as a legitimate alternative, the American Real Estate Association, or ARA.
This started as a response to the sexual harassment scandal years ago, but now it's a full-blown trade group.
And they got a massive win when Douglas Elliman signed on. That's 6,600 agents joining overnight.
That's a 66% membership jump for them. Jason Haber, the co-founder, says they want to coexist peacefully. But let's be real, that is direct competition.
So how did NAR respond to all this pressure? They tried to find the middle ground on policies.
Which, ironically, seemed to make everyone angry. Take the Clear Cooperation Policy update in March.
Right. They allowed some pre-marketing without putting it on the MLS immediately.
Some people said it weakened the market, others said it didn't go far enough. And then they narrowed the hate speech rule to only cover professional capacity.
Again, half the room said good, avoid lawsuits, and the other half said this is a step backward. But the biggest strategic move was buried in the handbook updates in November.
Oh, the liability shield. NAR updated the MLS handbook to say, essentially, requiring membership is up to the local MLS.
Smart move. They're distancing themselves. If a local MLS gets sued for forcing membership, NAR can say, hey, we told them it was their choice.
Exactly. It promotes independence, sure, but it's mostly about mitigating legal risk for the national organization.
While the lawyers were busy, the leadership hit the road. Kevin Sears, the NAR president, was traveling for like 250 days.
258 days. The guy practically lived in airports. And CEO Nakia Wright was doing the same. It was a total building bridges tour.
They even brought in Sherry Chris as a special advisor to smooth things over with the brokerages.
And it seems to have thawed the ice a bit. The message was transparency, admitting shortcomings, and promising a new strategic plan.
So we end 2025 with a promise of reform. Nakia Wright says they're releasing their first ever annual report and a new 3-year plan. Transparency is the new buzzword. She seems optimistic that members will see the value again. They survived the year, which is an achievement in itself. But with the ARA growing and brokerages still skeptical, the real test is 2026. They've stopped the bleeding, but now they actually have to heal the patient.